It's been a long time. Why?
They look so cool. Infinity. Does it really if you really look close? Hello everybody, my name is Kayla Rundle. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be installing Nori lights. I have their new tail lights and the fog lights. I've never switched out the lights on my Camaro before, so let's do this together. I just opened the box. I'll insert the clip here of me opening it at home. I kind of know what these look like, but all the peanuts.
You see that? It's been a long time.
Oh my gosh! What? That's so sick. I'm just making a mess.
It's so cool. You opened it and it all lit up.
Yes! But this packaging is so cute. They light up when you open up the box. I love them. I really like the look of these tail lights. It's like an infinity effect. They actually are called the infinity tail lights. But I think they'll look great from the rear because when people look at me from the rear, it literally will be like you're looking through the car. And then the fog lights have this similar effect as the tail lights. Sorry, you can see my reflection, but it's also an infinity effect. But to install these lights is pretty simple. I was contacting the guy that made these and I was asking about wiring because I've never done any wiring on my car before. I don't know why, but wiring always just scares me a bit. But it's actually very, very simple, and he sets these up so it's super, super easy. There's really nothing crazy and you don't really need much tooling at all. These taillights and the fog lights are both handmade. So you do see like a little bit of glue on the edges, but when the bezels are all put together, they'll literally be perfect. And the best part about these is when the lights are not on, it has like a black tinted look. So these are them on, and then those are them off. Gonna be sick.
Please, 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 can we go? I never ask you for anything.
She hates me working on my car this much. She wants to leave this bad.
Please.
I haven't even started.
Please.
First step on the taillights is to remove these plastic guys. For these, I use a flathead screwdriver and I insert the screwdriver in here, and I usually just do a little twist. Luckily, these are newer, so they don't crack. But you pop up this middle section first, and then after the middle section's popped up, and the whole thing just pops right out, like that. And then you just put these aside for later. Once you get all three of these out, then you literally just pull this up, and right away you are exposed to the wires of the taillights right in here. What's nice about this is you can literally see right off the bat what you need to remove. I think these are 10mm bolts. Looks like there's 3 of them on each headlight, or looks like there's 3 of them on each tail light, so you do have to remove those. And also get rid of the bulbs in order for this housing to come forward. But before all that, when you pull out the housing, you do have to remove these bezels. And then in these bezels, they do have these little clips. They're on all 4 sides of the tail light, and you just have to lightly press them all in, and the bezel will pop straight out towards you.
Hey, a pizza.
Pizza!
I don't know where to put it though. Remote can't get it. Table side.
I used to struggle with these bezels all the time. I got these bezels out, sort of, but they have clips on all 4 corners, so you kind of have to press them. Luckily, I have small hands, so I can shove my hand on both sides. My trick is that I like squeeze a finger, because I can get this out just enough, squeeze a finger here, and then I unclip the top pieces last, because those pieces are the most accessible. and then you'll hear a pop and they'll literally just come out like this. And if you're wondering, my bezels are spray painted in black. You can see how the finish is coming off in some areas. These are still my stock bezels that used to be chrome. And that's what it looks like without the bezels. This one should pop out too. Hey. Do want to unclip this. I've just pressed this that way, and then this piece just should slide out. And then undo the light bulbs, which usually you just have to turn it 90 degrees. Once you turn it 90 degrees, you'll hear that it popped out, and then you should just be able to pull it out. And pop it out. And yes, those are aftermarket light bulbs because my taillights have gone out in the past, so those are from AutoZone. Okay, for these light bulbs, these wires literally just hang through the back of the housing. So this is what it comes with. And then obviously this does not go into the stock light bulb. So you have to take the light bulb and it pulls straight out. When you're pulling the light bulb out, don't crush it inwards because you could break the glass in your hand. Then you just take this guy and put it right in there. Sometimes the light won't turn on. That just means you just have to flip this the other way. And it just clicks straight into that. And then for these wires, you do just have to put them through the back hole here and tuck them in. And then you just have to turn the whole system at a 90-degree angle, just like you did for the entire stock light bulb when you took it out.
Wait, how big is
Okay guys, this is Kayla's new headlights.
These are taillights.
These are Kayla's new taillights.
Are they on?
You got one on.
One? Well, that's pretty good odds.
Mechanic.
Well, the reason they don't turn on, even if it's plugged in, is because you have a 50-50 shot of plugging it in the right way. Because it's a flat piece, you just have to flip it around.
Mechanic.
So you're 25% correct on your plug-in skills.
Pretty bad odds. Flip that bitch around, and she is
I love how Kayla just knows how to.
on.
She knows this car better than GM.
True.
The lighting's bad.
Last one.
Whoa!
Woo! And they aren't broken. They all work. So I have to take every single one. So I have 4 of these because we have 4 taillights behind us. So that means one goes to each light.
Wow.
And this metal piece in the middle, I have to screw to a metal space somewhere in there, so it's not to ground it. It's to dissipate the heat with these, because apparently these are like little heaters for the lights. And then those that I just dropped are self-tapping screws to secure this. So basically each part of the wire goes to each end of the wire on each light, because each light bulb has 3 wires. So you put the wire here and this one here. So, and then they're gonna be like that, crimped on, and then secure this safely onto a metal piece. And then the reason you put these on is so when you brake or put on your turn signal, you won't get a caution thing while you're driving, because it'll like rapid flash. And so you put on your turn signal because the car is not used to this amount of voltage or watts. LEDs are very different from normal bulbs, but if you turn on your turn signal, it'll go beep, 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 beep. And everyone will be like, look at that idiot, the lights are out. So you don't want to be that person on the road. You want to have a light where you turn your turn signal on and it goes ding, 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 because that is a better beep. And you know when you see all those tuner boys brake in their car and then they press the brakes and it goes and it turns solid red? You don't want to be that person either. We drive Camaros. See, it started rapid flashing.
Yep.
And then we go left. It's like normal. And then it rapid flashes.
Yeah. Is he supposed to do that?
Nope. I'll talk about it. So I have a knife to cut off this like wire shielding. I'm not sure what it's called, but I do this black piece right here. I have to bring that down because I need more room with the wires. That's just to hold the wires together, hold it down to expose more wires. So you see, hopefully can you see it okay? Yeah. So you have 3 wires. It's like the yellow, gray, and black. This yellow wire might be a different color in different cars based on what car you have, what year you have. All we have to do is take this wire. So I'm doing it so this wire is facing the same way as these wires are facing, because I don't want this running into this black piece. And you can see there's like a little hole in here. And so you're gonna put the yellow wire in there, and it has another housing. You can see how it has 2 circles in there. So the yellow wire will go through that little hole. So we gotta shove it in there. I think it's in there good. Okay, so once you shove the yellow wire in the other side of this little housing, you have this little flat piece. And this flat piece, you turn it over and it'll land on this little metal piece, and this metal piece will go through and hit both wires at the same time, so the connection of both wires are equal. And then once this flips over, it should snap in place, and so it'll hold it like that. So you need muscular fingers. And for the bezels, they should just slide on in. I literally just push these in and they'll kind of snap in once you get them. These bezels should just click in place. Ooh, those look mean. Dang, this thing looks badass. So this is with the lights off. It has black lenses. You can see the clear difference. Jesus, doesn't even look like my car. And this is what the tail lights look like when they're on with the black bezels. You can see how they're infinity. It looks amazing. And of course it matches the red side marker. My side markers are from Oracle, if you guys are wondering. I will put that link in the bio as well, along with the link for these taillights. It just looks so aggressive and much more aftermarket. So now we gotta move on to the fog lights, which should be much, much easier because you don't have to do any of the wiring. They look so amazing. But he is building like these switches. You can see right here. So it'll come with this switch, so you literally just have to plug it in, so you will be able to see what your lights will look like when they are on. He is working on creating the box where all the lights glow up right when you open it for everybody, but That's still in production. He's building these with the bezels in it, specifically for the SS and V6 models. If you guys have an SS or a ZL1, there will be an option on his website that you have to select. And the difference with that is the ZL1 will not come with the bezels. So sorry, it did get a little dark outside. But these are super easy to install because I've seen a lot of videos where people remove the front bumpers, aka me with my Civic. Put that up here. I do have to remove my entire front bumper for the fog lights. The best part about the Camaros is that you can reach your hand underneath the bumper and have full access to it to even change your light bulbs. It's super easy. Helped me out a little bit. I did use my race ramps, so I did lift the car a little bit because otherwise this car is literally a couple inches off the ground. And just like in the rear, you take the light bulbs and twist them 90 degrees and pop them out. So I already reached in there and kind of popped it out. I'm gonna cheat and shouldn't use plastic, by the way, because you can scratch your paint doing it this way. But I'm not gonna touch my paint. But I just gotta get underneath the bezel, and then they literally pop forward. And they come out just like that. And there's my stock bezel. As you can see, all the clips are in place. Super easy. Okay, well, apparently there's pins behind the light. I have to pinch them. There are no bolts for the fog lights. It just has these clips. So you do have to kind of like squeeze them. Super awkward. I kind of beat them up a little bit, bring them out. But yeah, you can see how faded and nasty my fog lights are rather than these new ones. And these new ones are nice because they have no clips, so they're just gonna slide right in. And then for the wiring behind the fog light, it does have this piece right here, and this one actually just connects to the stock connection, so it's literally plug and play. You don't have to do anything with these fog lights. You just plug it into the old socket and they should light up. This right here is the fog light housing. You can see the clips go through right here, and this in front of us, these are my LED bulbs, and as you can see, it pulls out of there. And you can see for those 3 clips where the clips came out of. So that's where I was going after. Now for this, I just have to pull the light bulb straight out. And we got it to work! So that's the new one, and that's the old one. So clean. All right, well, fast forward a few days, and I am back with my fog lights because I accidentally got 2 left fog lights, but I did find out if you do order from Nori Lights, some of them he's making with the bezels attached, and the others he is not making with the bezels attached. You guys do have his version, so you know how to do both if you do get the fog light with no bezel. This way you guys are able to use your stock bezels. So currently I have my little LED bulb in the socket and also my stock bezel. So again, this bezel is super easy to take out. I literally just pulled it out. There's no clips that are folded, they're straight, so they pop right out. Once I got the light bulb out, then we have to put back the bezel, but do make sure to plug it in. And it's much easier to do this all from the front side of the bumper rather than staying underneath and putting it in the other way. So this does have to go in this way. And on this, there are little tabs. It has like a little tab in the center, and on the other side, it has it on the sides. Just be sure to match up the tabs when you put it in. All right, and before I get it in all the way, I'm gonna test to make sure this light bulb works. Well, I just shut the garage to make sure both lights work properly, and they both look great. So it has an infinity. That one is without the bezels, and this one with the bezels. So it looks really nice. I really like the way they look, and they're super bright. It's hard to tell in here because it's not totally dark, but That's seriously with just the fog lights alone. I prefer it going this way, and that clips right in. And that includes your fog light installation. Super easy. Last but not least, there is an option on the website where you can get the fog light adapter harness. And these are great because if you do purchase this for the fog lights, it does make it able to run your fog lights and the headlights at the same time. So if you turn on your headlights during the day, the fog lights will run at the same time when you turn on your normal headlights. I don't know why for the Camaro they made it so difficult to where you can never really turn on your fog lights. Your fog lights are only on if your headlights are off, which this does make sense if you are driving around in fog, because you never really want your fog lights and headlights to be on at the same time, because it does lower visibility in fog lights. For the looks and the aesthetics, you can get this adapter harness. This is very hard to show on camera, but this does on the passenger side of your vehicle. Again, he does include this entire sheet with the part on how to install it, so you can't really mess it up. And this is just a plug and play. It's a lot easier than the wires for the taillights. Right above the passenger side wires into the fog light, there is an area that looks identical to this. And you just unplug it and plug these both in that space. And these do get very complicated to plug in because it is like a very tight squeeze. You really have to squeeze it in. So most likely you will not be breaking it. Again, just check the tabs on the outside and you will be fine. Super easy. But overall, I am so happy with the results of these headlights and taillights. My car looks so aggressive with it all blacked out now. It's weird for me not to see any like red taillights or color on the vehicle, but the black and white car looks so mean, especially with the flaky white paint. I did get a whole new paint job on my Camaro. If you guys didn't know, the base coat is Summit White, and it does have 3 layers of flake in the clear coat. And I do have carbon fiber featured all around the vehicle. So this definitely pops it off and makes it look so aggressive. And I love the infinity look because from the rear, when I'm passing everybody while racing, they literally look through me. So maybe the cops won't find me now. But anyways, if you guys are interested in these headlights and fog lights from Nori Lights, the infinity lights for the headlights and fog lights, I will put the link down in the description of this video. This is a new product that I have not been seeing around on many Camaros. So if you guys do go get it now, you guys will be one of the first Camaros along with my car to run these lights on the car. I know it's been really hard to find great lights for the Camaros, and luckily this is a super easy install for these cars. So go check out that link and go support a guy that makes these out of his garage basically. They're great quality and I haven't had any issues so far running these on my car. I have been driving around with it for a few weeks, so I like to drive my car around for a few weeks before I post the video, just so I can talk about any problems in the video for like my own personal review. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day or night, whatever time it is. Love you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. They look so cool. What do you think? What do you think about the taillights?
I think they look sick.
You like the infinity look?
Holy shit, I didn't even notice that. That's cool.
How it goes in forever.
Does it really, if you really look close?
Smart.
What about the fog lights?
Man, I definitely need to get LED reverse lights so bad. I hate that yellow hue.
Fog lights are right.
Right? Super bright. They're infinity as well. You're gonna make yourself go blind.
A little bit.